Hey neighbor, we're planting in the Greenstalk Planter today. If you don't know what this is a vertical planter. It is ideal for people to have small areas. We love it because we can set it close to our kitchen. So we're planting some of our fall crops in here, and we had tomatoes in here earlier in the year, but they didn't fare very well. We had some of those dwarf tomatoes in there, but really wasn't the tomatoes' fault. We had a brutal August, and it got hot there and just scorched everything, and tomatoes didn't do real good. No fault of the tomatoes or the green stalk. I think these green stalks really do well with fall and winter gardening and for smaller crops when it's cool and everything. So I'm enriching this soil a little bit there with some complete organic fertilizer. Then I'm topping off with some peat moss there, just trying to get it back where it ought to be, where I can plant in it. We're going to plant some brassicas in here today, and we're going to plant a little lettuce here at the top there. And what I used is just straight, good pro mix in there. It's a perlite, peat moss, vermiculite mix there, and enrich it with some organic fertilizer, and works really well. Light and fluffy, doesn't get compacted in there. Now you can buy these green stalks bigger than the one we have, and you can get them smaller than the one we got. So I grow these things out in 162 tray there, and I'm popping them out there at the bottom. Now you could use a pencil to do this. I normally just take my pocket knife and whittle me out a limb, as you can see right there. Helps them just come through a little bit there. Now on this bottom, I am planting lacinato kale, which is one of my favorites right there. It's an old heirloom variety right there. If you've ever ate at Olive Garden and ate some of their Toscano, I hope I'm saying that right, Toscano soup, then that is what is in that soup is lacinato kale. Some people call it dinosaur kale. Been growing a long time. I like it. So I'm planting this on bottom. We've learned over the years to kind of plant on the edge of this thing right here. Now the piece I just put in there is kind of a water reservoir to help spread that water out to each cell or compartment there. Now when you start putting these green stalks on top there, it can be a little aggravating, but they got clips in. Once those clips get right, it'll fit right in there. All right, on the second round here, I am planting broccoli. And this variety is called Marathon. It's not one I planted a lot, but I like it. Marathon broccoli there. Planting some of my bigger crops on bottom, although the kale's not going to get real big. I don't know how that's going to work out. I think it's going to be okay. All this should get sun because it is a vertical planter and the sun should come in on the sides there, so everything should be okay. However, I am planting my smaller plants on top, my lettuce, and so I got my second round here, put my little water reservoir on there. It's time to put the third layer on there. Just pick it up. See those cleats on the bottom? They got to fit in there perfectly. Once you get it lined up, it'll just slide right in there like it should. Can be a little aggravating sometimes. There it goes. You've seen it pop. All right. On the third round here, I am planting purple sprouting broccoli. This variety is called Burgundy. It's one we've been growing for a couple of years. Now this thing makes a little sprouting broccoli that you can stir fry, eating salads. Man, they're absolutely delicious. But these things don't make a big old broccoli head. They make little sprouting broccolis. And when they do head out, you got to pinch that first lead out, and it causes it to sprout more, and you get all these little purple sprouts of broccoli. We love to eat them. All right, so here we go with 1, 2, 3, number 4. Get her lined up there. There she pops right in. Now we're going to start with our lettuce. Now this round of lettuce right here, we're going to put Starfighter in there. And let's see here. I'm going to pop these babies out a little bit right there. Maggie Jane's making sure I'm doing it right. And I'm going to put Starfighter on this round right here. Starfighter is a variety that is disease resistant, makes what we call a loose leaf head, but it does kind of head up a little bit. Now this variety right here we have is a pelleted seed, which is really cool when you go to planting seeds in your seed tray, because these pelleted seeds is a lot easier to plant. We don't have too many of the pelleted seeds, but Starfighter is one of them. Plant them there on the edge, get them nice, plant them about the level that they come out of the tray there. Kind of poke them in there, get them nice and tight. And we'll be ready for our top layer and our last one. Putting the last water reservoir on there, and here comes the last layer. This last layer here, we're going to use romaine. Some people like romaine, some of them don't. Romaine's that lettuce that's in your Caesar salad. I like romaine. All right, so we planted it in here on top, thinking that these smaller crops like lettuce is going to do better on top, and the bigger crops such as the sprouting broccoli and the regular head broccoli, the marathon, and the kale is going to do fine on the bottom. All right, when you get through, you got to put this little top thing on there. Same thing, it's got to fit in there. And this is your water reservoir that feeds everything else down. So I fill this up, and what happens is this water will kind of come out on each one of these little cells where the plants are. You can see it dripping out right there. So once your plants get a little bit established, this is all you need. It'll keep them plenty moist. Now the first time or second time I water them to get the plants going, I like to water the outside there and make sure they get watered in good. You can see we got strawberries planted in my other green stalk behind us there. Well, we got the fertilizer in there and everything will be ready to grow on. I tell you what, if you need one of these or think you want one of them, we got a code in the description below. Gives you a discount. Greenstalk was nice enough to give us that code for you guys out there. So look down and check that out.